Good afternoon and welcome back to We Are the South Stand, now sponsored by Match Bingo. So anyone that is into bingo but with a football twist, the QR code is there.
You're getting these sponsors. Send them my way.
We'll speak up there. Use the promo code City. Bro, do you know what it is? It's keeping. It's right now. It's needed, mine. I can't lie. It's very much needed.
Send them my way.
Actually, you need it as well. Yeah, for us that are jobless, this is now my job. Anyway, people, Match Bingo, promo code City to get 200% deposit bonus. So if you deposit £5, you'll actually get 15 quid to do Match Bingo with. It's bingo but with a football twist. If you watch videos of the coming days, I'm going to be having a little go myself on some of the international football. And of course, make sure you go and check out OK Jersey. Use code OK at checkout for further 8% off the 15%. And listen, you can look like the Homer Simpson Manchester City fan just like me. Come on, Martin. What do you think of it? Come on, Martin.
I feel like somebody's just vomited all over the City shirt.
Hey, but it always rains in Manchester.
What shirt is that? Is that a training shirt?
No, it's a concept. It's a concept
one.
By who?
By OK Jersey.
Oh, is it? So it's actually, okay. So it's,
yeah.
Oh, we're getting one of them, aren't we? Is it next season? Remember the fan?
Yeah, we are. Yeah. Where someone designed it, didn't they?
Ernie did one, and didn't Steve do one as well?
Yeah, Steve did one as well. Yeah, he did.
He designed it, and one's been picked for one of our kits next season.
It can't be worse than that away one, so we're all right.
Someone said it's that pink one.
Sorry.
But do you know what?
I want a bit of pink.
That's
getting clipped. That's getting clipped up.
I heard you like. I can't lie, Martin. I heard you like red.
Yeah, Steve Lewis, you absolute wanker, and I will call him out on air. I don't care. I've told him. Listen, when we set the Twitter up, we followed numerous football clubs.
Oh, and you followed Man United, yeah?
I won't follow them now because the amount someone has literally called me.
Why were you following them in the first place?
Pardon?
Why were you following them?
Oh, because when we set up the channel,
yeah,
we're going to be a business, yeah.
The
original, and I thought I'm one of them. At the beginning, I was like, I don't want to follow people on X who just spout anything. I want to get the real news, so you get all the notifications,
right?
So that's why we did it.
No.
I forgot about it. We've had it for 3-4 years. Totally forgot about it.
When you set up your channel, did you set it up as a football channel or as a Manchester City football?
We were in between. That's where we were at the beginning. Right. We were in between because it was a brand new. I didn't know whether we were going specifically City or football.
You quite fancied talking on Man United.
So what we did was we stopped. Everyone follows fucking Goldfish for a laugh.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm getting stalked now. People are going through all my fucking following list.
Hold on, I've got to. While you lot keep talking amongst yourselves,
you've got to do what I do, right? I blocked all our rivals and literally every single aggregator account that isn't our own. I hate them all.
I heard you like aggregator
all of them. They're all done.
Do you know what? Do you know what's really? People need to get outside and touch grass. If this is what they need to talk about in the day,
Windows over in it. We need some drama.
That important in life.
Sorry, can I just play? I just have to.
I'm coming now. For you, sunshine.
Don't say that after saying you like pink. Can I just say, while we talk on the Goldfish, yeah, love him or hate him, we've all had a moment like this.
A disabled person might be horrible and racist. And in this case, the evidence ain't looking great. That's true, I got mugged by a gang of wheelchair users once, says Nelly.
So for context on that, if you didn't know what happened, it was a Liverpool game, you know, where the Liverpool fan racially abused Sessegnon, right? And then someone sent that super chat in about being mugged by 5 people. So it was a super chat that came in, so he had to read it out. And Semenyo, sorry, that's it. He had to read it out, and he couldn't help him trying to hold the laughing in from the thought of someone being mugged by 5 people in wheelchairs. But anyway, listen, we are here to talk about Manchester City, not about Manchester United. Martin, I got sent a clip of the show last night. You and Alan, right? But the funny thing about it is I got sent it. I don't know how. It was in ×2 speed. So the speed that you and Alan were talking at, but it was insane. But I had to bring him up on that. But I thought, you know what, we will discuss it today. We'll discuss the transfer window. Pulpy's favourite subject, by the way. I've heard, Pulpy, that you're already checking City Extra every 2 minutes to see if there's any news about the January transfer window.
Mate, me and transfer windows don't get on anymore. I used to love it. I used to love the transfer window. Honestly, I saw Saeed got dressed up in a black suit with a gold tie, mate. And that, honestly, 5-10 years ago, I'd have probably done that. I'd have loved it, but not anymore, mate. It's a scandal. It's a disgrace.
No, I did it. I went and got a gold tie and everything.
Yeah,
it's in the drawer. That's how sad I was.
Now it's just driven by clickbait merchants and no. You know what? The one thing I'll say this actually. Yesterday, fair play to Bournemouth. They got a sign over the line that not a single ITK or tap-in merchant or scumbag knew a thing about, and they just announced it, and it was done. Even Sky didn't even know about it, just got it done. And I was like, you know what? That is banging. Don't tell anybody. Put it out, and it's done. Like teletext days, just there you go.
Do you know what the moral of the story is? Be a club the size of Bournemouth.
Hey, no, don't knock it. That's the way it should be done. When was the last time we had a signing? It was just like, there you are. Welcome.
Pass. Do you know what kills me though, Pulpy, now is any talk of transfers in the next month.
Fabrizio and Cole, I'll be again, absolute weirdos. You won't be surprised to know I've got them all blocked as well.
Yeah. But that is it. Up until right. Do you know what? December you can start talking about transfers. Up until December, please. I do not want to hear it. Well, let's start off on this. What do you think about having 4 goalkeepers? It's ridiculous, in my opinion. Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with you.
Have we got 4 keepers, though?
Yeah.
But have we really got 4 keepers?
Well, technically we don't, because Bettinelli's actually out till 2026.
But Bettinelli's a Scott Carson replacement, so he's never going to play unless we are desperate. And Ortega's going. We all know that. So
is he though? Where's Ortega going?
And it's just Trabzonspor's been linked with today.
Is he still might go? So Ortega genuine. Oh, so the transfer window, technically, we can still talk about transfers then?
No.
Yeah, as long as you're going to talk Turkey and Saudi Arabia, then you're all right with it.
I didn't realise that. What is that? Is that a
Trabzonspor interested in him, yeah.
Yeah, we can only sell to there. We can't buy anyone. No one will looking at dodgy right backs in Turkey to try and bring in on a dodgy loan.
And if he doesn't go, it stays in January. We've got 3 keepers, and the third choice would have to be a genuine.
What has Bettinelli done? I actually don't. What has Bettinelli done?
What do you mean? What's he done?
Because apparently his injury is quite bad.
I mean,
does anyone actually know? I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, it's probably what's Calvin Phillips done.
Oh, Calvin Phillips is literally on his own routine at the minute, mate.
Phillips has got an Achilles injury. He's got a bad Achilles injury, so he won't be fit until January. So that's why he's not even training with the
first team. Literally, Calvin Phillips doing a one-man strike on his own. He comes in when he wants, goes home when he wants. He just literally.
He's on 150 grand a week.
Well, I was saying this, right, that on 150 grand a week, he is probably about middle of the road, maybe even towards the upper echelon of what players are on, right?
Yeah, somewhere in the middle of that.
I think I'm pretty certain he's towards the top. right?
I won't say anymore, but
So you can imagine Hugo Viana probably is still waiting to be introduced to the fucker.
he'll know all about him. He'll know all about him.
You two remember this?
He's looking at the sheet going, who the fuck is Calvin Phillips? I've never
Remember
seen
the
him in my
90s?
life.
Do you remember when Joe Royle came in? I'm sorry for the people who hate Main Road Wankers. I'm sorry. I'm just going to go back.
This is mad. Sorry, this is insane.
Yeah. Do you remember when Joe Royle came in and he said, I walked in the door and he said, I'm 3 weeks into the job. I'm at the training ground.
Yeah.
I go round the corner and I've suddenly got 3 players that I didn't even know were Manchester City players. And I'm like,
we had 40 first team players, didn't we, at one time? I
didn't even know you were part of this. Where have you come from?
I'm sure at one point we had 40 first team players in the 90s. Players like Nigel Clough were earning a fortune and didn't even play for 2 years.
I think he was one of them. I think
Nigel Clough.
I think he said he walked in. He went, I didn't know Nigel Clough was a City player. Where's he?
Yeah, we had
How's your dad?
I'm sure we had 40 first team players. Imagine that now with 40 first. That's a FIFA player's dream, isn't it?
But when you look at Calvin Phillips' wage, yeah, he's on more than Reinders. He's on more than Ederson, right? It is an absolute shit show.
Let's preface that with a bit of when we signed Calvin Phillips, he was a fully blown England international who was playing a banging midfield with Declan Rice, so he kind of demanded that sort of wage.
Right. But
he did, but he's obviously gone shit now. But at the time, he was at that level.
I'm not with you on it. I'm not. When we signed him, right? I had the conversation with Steve at the time. Steve was trying to kind of sell him to me, and I said, for me, he's coming in as a backup. He's coming in to sit on the bench and collect a wage. We had Rodri, and you got to think, this was before Rodri really started moaning about looking like way before he got injured, before he was even talking about being tired. We signed Calvin Phillips. And when we signed him, I thought, but you're not going to get in front of Rodri. How the hell are we paying you this much money to be a Rodri backup? We got that. So, I mean, whoever the scout was that scouted Calvin Phillips and went to watch him, right?
It's not even the scouting, it's the fact that they signed off it and then Pep allowed him to give it the green light, and then when he came in and didn't see anything in him at all, no value. That's the bit I don't really understand. He never really got a chance, to be fair.
Yeah. Are you all ready for the derby? I'll be in the away end. Can't wait. Let's go. I'm in the away end at the derby.
Do you get a better view than you do in the flipping family stand, to be fair? So.
Might get some fucking happiness.
But no, transfer window is done. Let's talk on it. Let's start off on everything started so positive in what were we back in? In fact, it started positive. It went a bit negative when we didn't get Verts. Then we got Cherky over the line.
I had a rant ready.
Oh, go on then.
I'll tell you what it is, and I'll tell you straight. First 3 games, Sunday, treble down, nice and upper, 55 minutes, up with the 11, and then I'm sitting there for watching us fold like house cards. And I will say what I keep saying. If our response to substitutions is Nico Riley, Jeremy Doku, and Rico Lewis, then someone needs to tell me what the actual question was. Seriously.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not being funny, but we are 3 games in. We've hit an injury crisis, and we're back to where we were last season. Can someone tell me what the hell has happened?
Right. Do you definitely think we are in an injury crisis, by the way? Because I wasn't sure if some of... Yeah. Right, so to confirm, none of this is just players trying to dodge international duty?
No, Foden is genuinely injured. I know everyone, wants to call him the fisherman now because that's the cool thing to go after him for some weird reason. He got injured in the Van der Ven challenge, block shot. Gabardio, literally the last time we saw him was when he did
which is bizarre because it really didn't look bad. But Vardio is back in training, right?
Apparently, I don't know, and someone who's in the comments will be able to answer this. I don't know. I just got told, I also reportedly, is simple facts of he's been in training and then dips. He's not in full training. He's in like so many days and then dips or rests, not dips. I don't think he's in full training, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
Ain't Nora found this out the next day. Apparently, he had a painkilling injection to get on the pitch on Sunday, which is mad when you've got Nathan Ake there. By the way,
yeah.
Kushinov got injured during the game. I expect Stones to get injured while he's away at England because
that's what he does. Yeah. He'll get played in both games.
So, He's played 4 games on the bounce, so he's due an injury now. I just don't understand. I'm very confused because I said this last night on mine. Are we a Pep Guardiola team or are we a Pep Lijnders team right now? Because I don't know which one.
Hold on, what do you mean by that?
In 3 games, I'm seeing different types of play.
Yeah.
And I'm not seeing the looks confusion between the coaches right now.
Right, okay.
For me, I'm just looking at from an out. There looks genuine confusion between the coaches. Every game I'm watching, it's 3 people stood on the sidelines barking orders.
Yeah.
And then when I'm watching different parts of the game is changing as we're going along. And I understand we're trying to quicken the play, what Pep Lijnders does, and I get it, and I was excited by that. But I'm not seeing a Pep Guardiola team that I've seen for many years, if you know what I mean. I look at a team and I think style of play and I go, that is Pep's team. I'm seeing it in patches. Like for Brighton, for the first 30, 40 minutes, we were controlled, we were passing, we were okay. And then we changed again. And I don't get it. I
feel like I do feel like there was a change. I feel like there was a change between the Wolves game and the other 2 games. But so I did make out a valid point against Wolves. Once we'd got the second goal, then we looked like a completely different team. But when you get that second goal, you usually do look like a different team because then you have the freedom to play like a different team. Whereas at the moment, I mean, I can't lie to you. What I saw against Brighton at points in the last 30 minutes and what I saw against Tottenham, that takes me back to November, December, January. It does.
It's not good enough.
It's the fight. It's the lack of fight, the lack of bite.
No, I'm not panicking. I'm not
slow moving. I mean, the one thing I would say is Rodri against Brighton for the first 70 minutes, it was so refreshing seeing someone that plays first-time passes. His positioning was just better. He just looked, you know what, I'm not going to say he looked like prime Rodri because he didn't, but he was doing the simple things very easily and he was moving the ball quicker. It was no coincidence that once Rodri kind of got tired, the ball started being moved slower. Also, they brought on 4 fresh pairs of legs. And Martin, you're right. Our counteract is to go, we ended
that game, Daps. And by the way, I love EDS and I love bringing in the youngsters to develop. But in 2025, when you are at 1-1 against Brighton away, you should not have 4 EDS players sat on the pitch.
No, you shouldn't. No, you shouldn't.
Due respect. Something's gone wrong there for me. And I'm not digging
certainly
out.
After the amount we've spent in January
I'm not
the
digging
summer.
Out players because I think Oscar Bob's going to be a superstar. He's not ready for starting every game in the Premier League right now.
Yeah.
Nico Riley, I think he's going to be a talent as well. But that tells me something if Nico Gonzalez is being left on the bench and Nico Riley comes on. And Nico Riley, let's be honest, I'm going to sound harsh here, looked like a rabbit in headlights when he came on the pitch.
Who are Riley?
Yeah, like
I think so. Yeah, I think he did a bit as well.
Rico Lewis, and I love him and I think he's going to be a great player. I just don't think he's Manchester City levels right now.
Hold on, let's.
And that's all.
Hold on. Can we protect Rico just a little bit?
I'm not.
No. Let me be fair on Rico. I'm not getting at you here, but Rico Lewis is not Manchester City right back levels, right? Because he's not a right back. I'm so sick of it. He's not a right back, Bo. This is why. No, and valid to Nunes as well. Look, I did say after the Brighton game that straight away everyone was coming for Nunes, and for me, it's like, yeah, all right, Nunes, the handball, that was on Nunes. But I don't think Nunes was any worse than anyone else on the pitch at the weekend.
That's what bugged me about Sunday. And I'm going to stop in a minute because I am pissed off with Sunday. I am. It annoyed me. But the simple fact is, the 2 goals we conceded, what annoyed me the most were mistakes of our own doing again.
Yeah.
Nunes, I get it. You don't want to take one in the face. I understand that. And in the cold light of day, in a reactionary situation, most people would stick their hands up.
Do you know what?
When they're going to get a ball stuck in the face.
The thing I would say on the Nunes thing, right, is this season, last season, the season before that, the season after next season, forever in football, you see penalties and free kicks from situations like that happen all the time, right? And it is not instantly, right, an absolute fucking, that player's to blame for life. My whole life being shit is on Nunes, right? That is what's happened. Literally, it's like people were there waiting for Nunes to make a mistake to go, perfect. Now we can talk on Nunes. Now, I said this earlier on. It's not an edgy take. People aren't going, fuck me, you're a genius if you say we need a right back anymore, right? We all know we need a right back, yeah? But I just think for that to be like, even as fans, if I come out of it is to go, do you know what? What I'm going to take out of that Brighton game is we need a right back, is we're missing a lot else that is wrong there, right? Because there was a lot more wrong with that game than Nunes, right?
Yeah. I mean,
let's be real. Nori on the left was no better than Nunes.
No one's balanced, because let's be honest, people do this a lot, and I understand it. They go, the last 30, 40 minutes of Brighton, it becomes the whole game. And for the first half, I thought we were actually cruising. Right? Honestly, we were singing, is this the Etihad? Is this a live game?
Against Brighton. Against Brighton.
Yes, we were on top.
But here's the key. Although I hear you, right? Were you not also thinking if we don't get a second?
Yes. No, but what I mean is, how do you go from that to that? Is my point. That's the bit.
No, but my whole thing is, even at 1-0, like at 1-0, I wasn't there thinking, yeah, we're in complete control here. I was thinking, if we don't get a second, they're going to get back in this.
But that's worrying. But that concerns me. Are you saying then we should have to be 3 or 4-0 before we relax?
No, I think we need at least 2. And this is
that's what I'm saying. That is the 1990 stuff. Then we're back to 1990.
No, we're not back to 1990. We're back to 2023-24. Sorry, 2024.
Maybe.
24. Sorry. Last season, I remember that thought so many times, being 1-0 up and thinking, if we don't get a second, they're going to get back in this, because we knew that when we concede 1 goal, we often conceded a second. And I hate to say it, but against Brighton, I was thinking the same thing. There does seem to be this thing against City at the moment, that if you can stop City from scoring a second goal by about the 60th minute, then you make some substitutions in the 60th minute, put it on City, and all of a sudden they crumble. Pulpy, you say very quietly.
No, it's really easy to be reactionary and think the world's ending. Pep said, "See where we're up to after the international break, which we're at now." That's kind of where I'm at. I think the problems at Brighton for me were players aren't match fit. We're well behind everybody else. When we played Spurs, they played 9 preseason games and we played 1. So I think that's a massive part of it. Also having new players coming into a team in positions where we need them to hit the ground running, and not everyone else is playing well. I mean, look at Ramsey; he looks lost. I know he's been poor. Yeah. You know, there's that's in there too. And then when he gets to the 60-odd minute, and we need to show up shop, and we haven't got much seniority anymore. People have always they get the unks out. We miss experience, man.
Yeah, we do.
We really miss experience. When you bring it on kids to see a game out, this is where you're bringing on your Kovacic.
That's where we needed a Gundogan on Sunday.
We need the experience, and you can bin them off all you want, but you bin them off, you don't get an opportunity to put them on and see games out and say, you know what, lads, calm down. It's probably why I brought Diaz on, even though it was injured. It's bringing on Diaz and players like that to say, calm down a bit. When you're bringing on Rico Lewis, Nico Riley, and Doku, them three haven't got experience.
Do you know what? And this is the thing. If we just flip this back to the transfer window a second, right? I know we haven't got everything what we want. And by the way, what I'm doing now is I'm talking about what people have said. Now, people predominantly have said they wanted Ederson gone. Well, Ederson's gone now. And by the way, we can say that Ederson's completely gone because he hasn't played all season as well. So people have said they wanted Akanji out. He's gone. People have said they wanted Gundogan out. He's gone. People have said they wanted Grealish out. He's gone, right? People have got a lot of what they wanted. Now, I agree with you that I think when Alan and I were speaking earlier, we said, when the pressure starts being put on you, like in the 60th minute, 4 new subs on, having a player like Gundogan that can slow the game down, control the game is important. Also,
been there, done it, and won games.
Yeah. Well, it got us over the line last season. The second one is having a player like Kovacic as well that also will just run with the ball, right, and just take the pressure. A ball carrier that can just carry the ball forward.
Just experience, man. Like Grealish. Everyone wanted Grealish out. You put Grealish on in that game, he slows the pace down and we start to get the ball more. People wanted him out, but he's gone now. Yeah. That's 4 players you named there that have got 1,000 games of experience between them. Gone out of the club and everyone wanted them out, and now you're left with inexperienced players who eventually might well become experienced and good. But right now, we're going to suffer, and we're going to suffer even more because we haven't got these players, and now we've got players that are injured.
Yeah.
So it'll get worse before it gets better.
Yeah. And right. See, this is a thing that gets me. Kovacic, what the hell are we doing here? Are you right? So I presume, as a Manchester City fan, bro, you're a Manchester City fan, right? So I presume you have watched Manchester City for the last 2 seasons, right? Kovacic has been one of our best players for the last 2 seasons, whether you like to hear it or not, right? This Kovacic hate is so insane. Kovacic over the last 2 seasons has been one of our best midfielders. Like Kovacic 4-peat season, back end of the season, carried Rodri when Rodri's legs had gone. Right,
he's the perfect Pep midfielder.
Yeah,
he just is, and he's got. I've said this a few times. He's
like players in it.
So sorry, bro. I'm not questioning how long you've supported City. I'm meaning that if you've supported City, you've watched us since we've had Kovacic. Since we've signed Kovacic, he's been one of our better players, whether you like it or not. He is the perfect player to bring on and see a game out. Would I be starting Kovacic? No, I wouldn't. But Kovacic is a squad player to come on and see out a game. Is absolutely spot on.
You can rely on him. You can rely on him to do a job. You just can't. And if you know what it is, players like Kovacic and gone. If everyone just sees the age of the player and they already write him off and say this shit, rather than understanding what experience is and it's vital, you can cut all these experienced players out and you'll never finish in the top 4. Simple as that. Yeah. And then what? You got what you wanted, but at what cost?
Right.
And you just said it perfectly. Kovacic is a backup. On Sunday, we needed Kovacic to come off a bench.
Yes.
Not Nico Riley.
Yeah.
That's
Spot on.
the point we're making. No one's saying start.
I'm not saying start Kovacic at all. I'm not. I'm really not.
You know, this is what I mean. People are looking at the 11. Football is about a squad game.
Yeah.
And Pope is spot on. We've gone from that, we've gone A to Z. We've gone from let's have one of the oldest teams in the world, so we've now got one of the youngest.
Yeah.
We've turned into Chelsea overnight.
You know what, right? If Kovacic was fit, I'm pretty sure he would have started on Sunday instead of Reinders.
See, I actually think...
I think he would have done. He would have started on those games purely the fact that Reinders, he looks off it, and it's the right thing to do, just to ease players in and let him get used to it.
For me personally, I'd go with Rodri, Kovacic, and Reinders.
If he was fit, he would have started on Sunday. He would have started. He's just so good at holding the ball. He's just so good.
I go back to the 4-peat season. Kovacic was Rodri's legs, and at the moment, that is what Rodri needs. He needs legs around him at the moment, and Kovacic would have given him that. Right. Trafford, what do we think of Trafford on? People, it's 32 minutes on, 443 people in here. The likes are on 120. Not bad, but there's still about 300 people that haven't liked the video. If you could just take 1 second to have a quick look at the your like button and make sure that your like button is lit. Right, what do we think of Trafford at the weekend?
He's made some good saves. He's a good goalkeeper. And you know what? The one thing I saw that was probably not really picked on that much is when the ball had to be sent, he sent it. He didn't piss about. He didn't take any touches. He sent a lot of balls.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
and he made some good saves. He's a good goalkeeper. He just is.
Do you know what? I think he did make some really good saves. What I would take out with him, because the first couple of games, I did feel a bit like he was trying too hard to play out from the back.
I think he's been told, like, listen, mate, you're in there. You're in charge. If you feel like you're under pressure and you don't want to take an extra touch, just send it, mate. Yeah. It's better up there than it is in our net.
100%. And by the way, 1 or 2 of his passes were absolutely mint. You know, the one that led to the goal against Wolves, he played a very similar pass, I think in the second half, I think it was. But I do feel like since Trafford's got here, for a kid his age, he's had to face a lot of... he's had to face, you know, the whole, from pretty much the rumours of Donnarumma coming, and then he's had the bad game against Tottenham. So to bounce back the way he did against Brighton, I thought he put on a really good performance. Showed character.
He has got character.
Yeah,
you can see it.
Yeah.
I thought he was excellent.
Yeah. And by the way, for anyone that's seen, and Alan, if you're watching this, when Alan's been gassing Trafford to me, and I've been going, he's been all right. He was all right against Brighton. It's because the way he was talking on other players, I had to kind of dumb down how I was going to talk on Trafford.
The one thing we've got to do, and we always do this as fans, and every fan base in the world does this, by the way, not just everyone does this. We've got to stop comparing players to former players.
Yeah.
Because I know this is what we're going to do. The thing is, and Cherky's always going to have this problem now, going to get compared to KDB. Haaland gets compared to Aguero.
I've seen that a lot as well.
Rodri gets compared to Fernandinho when he first come, and this is what we do. What we got to do is, this is how football evolves. Not every player is one in the same. And to Donnarumma is not Ederson. Trafford is not Ederson. There is only one Ederson. He's done 8.5 years, been amazing. Let him go. But we can't. If we immediately going to keep comparing him to all the players, we're never going to move on. We're never going to move on. Full stop. And that was
the thing is, if we're going to do a KDB comparison, then because I'm still seeing people saying, and we didn't give KDB a contract extension. If we're going to do comparisons, let's do KDB comparison from KDB last season and KDB 3 years ago. That's why we didn't give him an extension.
Yeah, but don't do that though.
But KDB last season was not good. He had probably 3 or 4 good games, and that was it. So that was why he was left. Now, I do think all of our focus, or a lot of our focus, is on the defence, right? And look, that is valid. Are we all in agreement that Kuzanov had a quality game while he was on?
Yeah, he's all right. Yeah, it's good. He did what I would expect him to do in every game. Put himself about, got on the ball.
Yeah.
And just, that's it. Yeah. That's all you want from him.
Yeah.
He's never going to be any more than that. He's not going to be scoring goals. He's not going to be running down the wing.
Again, complete opposite to John Stones.
He's just going to be that solid unit at the back. Yeah.
He's not a ball-playing silky centre-back. He's just going to come in.
And do you know what? I'll be honest with you. Something that I spoke on this earlier that I absolutely loved, it was so refreshing, was a ball got played over the top and Kuzanov didn't even look like he needed to break a sweat to kind of win the ball. Whereas if that ball was put over the top with Stones or Diaz, I hate to say it, but we'd be flapping. And again, that's not... Well, it is a critique of Diaz, but that's just because Diaz doesn't have the pace attribute, right? And with the high line, it exposes Diaz. But to have Kuzanov there, I hope that he's back for the Man United game, because I think we're going to need him. Otherwise, Mbeumo and Cunha are going to get him behind us, I think. But I do think it is worth saying that we have to look at the other end of the pitch as well and say, actually, is the other end of the pitch equally as much to blame for how wasteful they were?
Well, Haaland should have scored. It was straight away. He should have scored earlier in the game, and then he scores again, and he had a decent header as well. He should have a hat trick.
Yeah.
Marmoush was lively. I genuinely think, right, we can sit and criticise them and say they were off. It's just, I think it's match fitness.
I thought Marmoush was very lively. I thought he was. It shocked me he got taken off because he was the only guy trying to create anything.
He was lively, but to be honest with you, a couple of times Marmoush just someone needs to have a chat with Marmoush and tell him to release the ball a bit quicker at times. Once or twice.
Is that because of the movement up front? If there is
no, Bo. There was one point where he had the ball down the middle, right? It was on a counter, and Oscar Bob came bombing up the right-hand side. Now, he should have played Oscar Bob in first time. He kind of lost the ball a little bit by trying to instead of playing Bob in, he decided to turn inside. He then nearly lost the ball. Then he did a spin, got the ball back, and then again, still didn't play Bob in. And straight away, someone's saying, "Oh, come on, Daps, who's our best player?" You can be our best player, but I can still say that he needs to release the ball a bit more.
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
that's all I'm saying.
Did that. I think that was Oscar Bob's biggest problem.
Yeah, agreed. Also agreed.
I thought Oscar Bob was very good going down the wing, and we laughed about it because I don't even. I was sat front row, literally. The next part of me, I was on the pitch.
Yes,
I was literally front. I think I told you, Daps, didn't I? I was front row.
Yeah,
and Bob's right in front of me, and he did all the dunk, and then he did this Rabona
for too long. Yeah,
he did this Rabona. I went, just pass. What's the Rabona for?
Do you think that that's right? So in that case, so we spoke now on Bob doing it. We spoke on Marmoush doing it. Would it be fair to say that at the moment we just look like a team that haven't really played with each other too much, and at the moment there's no fluidity?
You think about it, right? What's Bob's paid?
Season.
Yeah. How many starts has Bob had for City? About 13.
Yeah, well, up until
Marmoush only had about 15, 20. So these guys are inexperienced in our squad and the way you play.
Up until this season, so off of Oscar Bob's first season at City, so 2 years ago, Nico O'Reilly had played more minutes than Oscar Bob.
There you go.
So yeah.
So on the paper, they're very good players and stuff, but when it comes to cohesion and the way they understand each other's runs and stuff, in training is one thing, but doing it in a live match is different.
Yeah.
You know, and over time it will build up. You will find these things built, these patterns of play where Marmoush will realise that after the game and he's realised and watched it back and he's gone, you know what, Doku, you made a mint run. And we'll talk about it in training. He says, next time you see me, you get the ball, I'm doing that. And he looks up and he goes, I'm in. And he plays the ball and something comes from it. And his head is going, next time, every time Marmoush, you get the ball, he's in there. And these things have to build up and develop. They have to do. You don't just have to.
It doesn't help Pep keeps changing, kind of. You know, I
think it's because he doesn't know he's 11 right now.
No, maybe he doesn't.
Because, I mean, you again got the email. Is there cohesion? Is there too many? Last season, we've gone from there was no ideas from the coaching staff
to too many ideas.
Too many ideas now, and we're trying to integrate all these ideas into a perfect system. I don't know because I'm just surmising, but this is the one thing I did notice. Like I said, it wasn't all doom and gloom. I don't want to make out as though Brighton there was nothing good about it. There was, but.
Sorry, could you tell us what was good about it? Sorry,
the first half was good.
I don't think it was that great.
We should have been 3 up at half time quite easily. And if a team should be 3 up at half time, they've done all right. That's the way I look at it. If they should be 3 up at half time, they've done well. Brighton didn't touch us hardly in that first half.
No, I agree. Listen, don't get me wrong. I do think 100% we were the better team in the first half, but I don't think like for the first half we blew them away. And I do think here, where I'm looking at is this is not me saying defensively we were poor in the first half. This is me saying that, again, my frustrations with how clinical we were in the first half.
But that's not on Pep. That's on the players. I can't blame Pep.
Oh, I'm not asking you to blame Pep for that.
I know you're not.
No.
That's what happens. We're doing this. Blame Pep. Blame him. Blame him. Blame him. Blame him.
Yeah.
We're doing a normal human emotion of who can we blame.
Yeah.
If that first half, right? What was it? We 1-0 at half time, right? First half, yeah. Was it 1-0?
Yeah, 1-0 at half time. Yeah.
And we had some good chances in that first half as well as scoring.
Sorry, can you remind me of the good, like the
Haaland 1-on-1, where he just basically passed it back to the goalkeeper.
Fucking hell, yeah, shocking.
I'm
questioning
now whether he watched the game or whether he's just forgotten about it.
Do you know what? That was shocking from Haaland, wasn't it? That was really,
If we played the way we did and we went in 1-0 up and we thought we played all right, and it was, and also if we'd have played the way we did and gone 3-0 up, then surely.
It's the clinicalness.
Yeah, it is. So we played all right. So we played all right to the point where we should have been 3-0 up.
I still do think,
but
at the same time, I still do think in that first half we were still giving the ball away a bit too much. Some of our passing seems to be
not match fit.
Maybe whatever it is, we were some of our, and this isn't just that game. All 3 games so far, even the Wolves game. The Wolves game was a little bit sloppy at times as well. Especially to be fair, towards the second half, the Wolves game not so. First half, there was still quite a few off passes in that Wolves game.
I just ran with Pulpy. I think that's just because watching the game.
Yeah, maybe.
It's only a team who has been clinical. Like looks from that. I've not seen one team 90 minutes where I go, they're on it. Even Liverpool look like in times are all over the shop.
Yeah.
Arsenal are just low blocking. Nobody at the minute, and the 1st of September, I'm not expecting teams to come out and.
Yeah, we're not having that pre-season, Martin, where you have seven.
Yeah, I don't want to expect
pre-season games where you get all that shit out of the way and you hit the ground running. Nobody has that anymore.
We only have one. I think that is relevant. I 100% do think the fact that even down to we had the Club World Cup, then we had a bit of a break, then we had 1 or 2 games back. So I do hear that, and the injuries is not helping one bit. I'm waiting to see until after the international break to see how much these are actual injuries.
That's the thing that's probably got my head hot. How have we stepped into an injury crisis 3 games in?
I just don't know if some of this is just. But I need confirmation before I throw my toys out the pram. I don't know if some of this might be players just trying to get out of international break.
You've not even had confirmation. Bettinelli's injured and he's out till 2026. This is the problem now. The club aren't sharing out with anyone. We don't even know what's up with Gavardio. We're having to listen to Croatian FAs and everything else at the minute.
Yeah, that's why. You know what? I don't like that. I don't like there's no information about.
I don't like that as well.
Why are we not being told players are out for 6 weeks? Done. Not. When we got told Rodri might be out till end of September and then he's in the squad starting, it's like, just tell us. Stop gaslighting us. Stop lying to us. Just tell us. No, it's not like it's secret insider training. If the player's fit, he's fit. If he's not, he's out for 6 weeks and then we go.
Yeah.
It used to be like that. Something's changed at the club.
Yeah, something has changed. 100% on the information on injuries, something 100% has changed. But
I mean, confirming him in process anymore, is there? He's just going, they're out. Right, okay. For what?
So as far as let me Pulpy, how are you rating the transfer window out of 10? Genuinely,
everyone that I've seen, barring a few people, are complaining because we didn't get a right back. Now, everyone knows we need a right back. It's not news, like you said before.
Yeah.
You know, if you're the one person that says we didn't need a right back, then you're probably in a very, very small minority. So, in terms of players coming in for value, Cherky, we've had their pants down for that. Reinders, I think, will eventually be a good player. Aït-Nouri's been one of the best left backs in the league. So, them 3 straight away are really good players that you would expect to add to a squad that is decent. So, yeah, for that works for me. Outgoings, everyone got what they wanted there. So, the guys have worked on getting players out. It's a shame we didn't get somebody like Rodrigo over the line or a bigger hitter. You know, that would have put the cherry on the cake. And on the right back situation, if the club, I keep saying this to people, if the club have identified a right back, let's just say, for argument's sake, it's Livramento. And they've made contact with the club and said, we wouldn't buy Livramento. Livramento's kind of interested in joining us. And Newcastle said, fuck off. He's not for sale. He is one of our prized assets. He's not going. We're not even going to give you a price for him. So don't even bother. And City have gone, fair enough, respect the game, we're done. if Newcastle come back and said, yeah, we want 190 million for Livramento, then what do you think City's answers to that's going to be? Okay, mate, you're taking the piss here. We'll see you later. So then if you go down the list and we've not got the backup right back, could have been somebody else. It could have been another backup right back out there. Could have been Dumfries or somebody who's lesser down. They might have tried to that and it's just not worked out. So if the result of that is, well, we can't get our number one choice and the market is bare. The market is as bare at right back in world football than it is as number nines. It's the weirdest thing ever. There's no right backs. There's no number nines. They're just gone. They disappeared out of the game. So if they've sat down and looked at it and they've gone, here's a list of players that we think are good enough for the club. These are unobtainable. This is the pool of players that are left that are obtainable and they are bang average. Would you accept a bang average right back just to have a right-footed defender at the club? People say get him in for a year, 2 years. Then in 2 years' time, if next season you get your number one choice right back, then this guy who's just come in, you're accepting that he's going to be at the club on a 3-year contract. They're not signing less than that. So you're paying somebody as a right back who's not going to play for 3 years, and you're wasting money on him, 30 million, 20 million, whatever it's good. So they're not going to do that. I would rather take a year of pain to get our number one choice right back than have somebody come in who's bang average and not do anything. Because let's be honest, we've got 2 bang average right backs now. They're not doing any good. So to add somebody else to that who might be experienced, we've got John Stones who can play right back. Everyone wants to see Kuznov at right back. That's the next thing people are going to cry out about. I need to see Kuznov at right back. We've seen him at centre back, but I've seen that. There'll always be something to moan about. In terms of I'm digressing, but in terms of the window, I'd say in the last week, it dropped down to a 6 for me. Before that, it was probably a 7.5.
See, I what confuses me is the drop down from right. So we didn't get a right back, and people wanted Rodrigo. Right, I must admit, you didn't do this, but I have seen people say because we didn't get Rodrigo, it's a 3 out of 10 window, and it's like,
yeah, they're idiots.
It should never be based on a player. It should be based on a position, right? And it did become a bit of a just get us Rodrigo. We want Rodrigo
because of who he is, where he plays, and they think that he's going to come in and change the world. That's the only reason why he was a big name. And he's a big name. Everyone, a lot of people that moan about him and say about it are the ones that will probably, if you said to him now, if YouTube user A and B said to him, right, Rodrigo, what's his card on FIFA? They'll go this straight away. It's that kind of mentality that they know his stats more than they know about the player. And that's what they want him for. They just want those stats. Not everyone's like that, but some are. So they want him just purely for the attractiveness and to say we've signed Rodrigo, not for the whether or not he's necessary to get him.
And that's where I'm. If we look at this window, so forget Bettinelli, right? Because that was, nobody would have beaten him about signing Carson. We've got Trafford. We've got Donnarumma.
Yeah.
We've got Aït-Nouri. We've got
Reinders,
Cherki. And we've got, I swear there's one more.
Naipan, the young kid.
Naipan, yeah, who's going to be loaned out. So, for me, I'm thinking that's a...
People wanted a whole brand new 11, a new solid rebuild.
I do also hear that some people are saying, it's not just based on the number of players we got. It's also the fact that maybe the quality of some of the players we got. That some people are questioning, how like Cherki. How good is Cherki?
People were sat there hard on when we got Cherki. The same when you look at Reinders and say Reinders was the Serie A player of the season. He's a ball midfielder. And now you're saying the quality's not there. That's bullshit. Just because he's not starting the season now. That's it. That's the only reason. That's all you're basing it off. The quality's not there because they're not playing.
See, for me, if we're talking goalkeepers, we've brought in Donnarumma, we've brought in one of the most experienced
top 3 goalkeeper in the world.
Yeah. Right, there we go. Thank you. Then we've brought in a young English goalkeeper, right? We've brought in Aït-Nouri. I hear you. Aït-Nouri.
He was last season probably the second best left back in the league.
Right.
Who was the best left back for me? What's he called? Kirkes was the best left back last year for me.
Nah, for me it's Cucurella. I can't lie.
No, I'm not having that joke. It doesn't exist in my world.
I wouldn't want him. I wouldn't want him.
I know he's up there. He's top 2 or 3 best left backs in the world. And if Aït-Nouri hit the ground running and brought his Wolves form into City, Nobody
Good as well, agreed, yeah. But then Reinders, totally agree with you. Reinders for me is yes, he's had 2 not so good games, but I still think Reinders is an absolute quality midfielder.
He is.
I think, he needs time, needs to be allowed to go further forward a little bit more. Maybe at the moment we're still having to give Rodri that cover around him a bit that maybe in the future we won't have to give. And then Cherki, for me, I'm not going to change my opinion on Cherki. I think Cherki might need a bit of time, but everything I've seen of Cherki,
you can't have a Cherki deal being a steal at 30-odd million and then complain about him not being good enough.
So for me, I'm going to say it was a 7 out of 10 window.
Yeah, I was 7 and so it dropped to 6. We just didn't seem to be interested in getting a right back, and that's market conditions dictate that.
Yeah, I'm not going any less than a 6. Any less than a 6. I'm sorry to be blessed with bringing in 5 players, right? And 5 players of the quality that they've got. Now, some people will say, "Oh, Daps, that's not quality." To me, that was quality. I do agree with Nitin on this one. I do think we probably need a bit more physicality in the middle of the park. Do you know what would be great? But can someone tell me who is right now? Right. So if you look at some of the players we've signed in the past, how good they were. If we were looking for a midfielder right now, who are we saying is out there that is a top tier? Because I don't think Wharton at this point, like Wharton.
I'll believe it. Blaber is not as good as people are saying he is. He's a workhorse for a Brighton team that play very, really well. You know, does he go to that next level? Potentially he will. Casado has gone to the next level, but we can't guarantee it.
But see, this is the thing, that if we're going to talk on Cherki, Reinders, Aït-Nouri, and be like, you know what, they're not like, best of the best, right? Like, prime example is look Daps when we signed Kevin De Bruyne. Look Daps when we signed Yaya. Look Daps when we signed David Silva. Who are we talking about in world football right now?
And De Bruyne was as good in that league as what Reinders was as good in Italy.
No, it's probably a bit better. But
but I'm saying he was the best player in the league and we signed him.
He
was the best player in Serie A. He was the best player in Serie A last year. We signed him. We did it.
See, this is the thing. Sort of thing. People that are maybe saying like some PSG players, but they weren't going to leave PSG to come to City this summer. I mean, Camavinga, maybe, if we would have gone to Real Madrid and tried for Camavinga. Bruno G, maybe. I hear the Bruno G one. I do hear the Bruno G.
For me, if you're going to pick anybody out, I'd have said Valverde would have suited us down to the ground. And there's not many other than that. I wouldn't take many other midfielders.
Barella's a good shout.
By the way, I don't think Baleba's been great at the start of this season.
I don't think he's
been subbed nearly every game.
Yeah, but bro. My man's on 12 grand, right? And he's
he's not good enough on the ball.
No, he's on 12 so far this season. This season, he looks like a shadow of last season, right? A shadow of last season. But I think he's down tools, bro. He's on 12 grand.
I think that United stuff got into his head.
Yeah, he's down. Bro, if you're on 12 grand and you've been offered nearly 100 grand and basically you're being told nah. And also, yes, someone is right. He's just returned from an injury as well.
But Baleba's not good enough for City right now.
No.
City don't need a stone cold killer to play defensive midfield. Because if you do that, what's the point of having Rodri?
Agreed. No, I love, but I'm just asking for who it would be that people wanted that little bit more.
I don't think we need a midfielder. I think we need, if you said wide man or thing, then I probably would agree. Don't think we need a midfielder.
I think it's. No, I'm just looking for examples because people are saying, "Oh, you know what? It's the quality of the players that we've bought." Yeah, so I'm saying, what quality? If we were to not have got Reinders and not have got Cherki, who would you rather have got?
I mean, to me, I'll be honest. I think Reinders will be a baller. I mean, do we need someone to maybe replace Bernardo when he leaves next season? Potentially, yeah. But then this is again. Are we admitting we give up on O'Reilly then?
Yeah.
That's what you will do. You buy, and I get it. That's, pick your poison, choose what you want. I get it. But if you buy a Baleba or you buy a Bruno now or a Valverde, even, by the way, that is my dream signing, always has been Valverde.
How old is he now, though?
27.
Oh, is it still only that? Fucking
Yeah.
hell.
For me, you basically
years
say
till
to
Uncle,
O'Reilly,
yeah.
good luck, have a good time.
Sorry, did I put this super chat up?
Yeah.
Right. Another one's just come in from Adu saying City's recent transfer window deserves a 2 out of 10 rating. That rating is based on evaluation against the strategic needs and execution over the past 2 years. Right back crisis, questionable recruiting.
You know what? I'd hate to see what a 1 out of 10 looks like. Christ.
Yeah.
See, I agree we do need a right back.
Oh, the right back thing's just but I mean,
See, this is where would have loved nothing's on today. And people are going to kill me because they're going to go excuses.com, etc. I know what's coming now. But we only got the squad size down to where we waited at 7 o'clock last night. We were working on a 1-in, 1-out concept for about 3 weeks. We were on we knew that. Hence, Rodrigo was only ever coming if Sabinho went.
Yeah.
So to get it right back, yes, I know it should have been addressed 9 months ago, whatever. I hear that. I agree with that. We need a right back next signing, 1,000%. But Biana has come in and had sole control from June. Sole control.
Yeah.
No shadowing, no cheeky underneath him, no nothing. So the situation is then Biana's had to look at a squad. Remember, 3-4 weeks ago, we had 32 players?
Yeah.
33?
He's trimmed the squad well.
He's had to literally get everybody out, which, by the way, you said everyone's asked for. And we've just got to a situation where we've had no room to get anybody else in.
Yeah. Do you know what?
January, there can't be an excuse. You've got to get it right back in January. I will agree with that.
Yeah, right back. And wingers, do you know what? Sorry, just Savio's going to be back soon. Are we saying when Savio comes back in, do you think there's any chance that Pep does give him a go on the left?
Yeah, he's got to.
But do you think he will? See, this is, I hear like so much. I want to see that. But do you think he will though, Martin?
Nobody plays a left footer on the left wing anymore.
Yeah, trouble is it's this inverted.
It's not going to change 8 years of developing a squad, barring Leroy Sané playing out there. Then he's not going to do it.
He brought Doku on the left, and we keep saying it. Doku is actually a right winger.
Yes, he's not going to do it. He's never going to do it.
Oh.
Yeah, if we let's just talk this against Man United quickly, right? Donnarumma, Trafford in goal. I mean, I think it's the wage is probably going to decide that, so it's going to be Donnarumma in goal. Aït-Nouri. So no, I'm going to say this differently, so it's very clear how it looks. Vardiel, Stones, Kuzanov at the back. Aït-Nouri on the left. Núñez on the right, but they are wing backs. They are not fullbacks. Rodri, Reinders, Nico Gonzalez, Haaland, Marmoush through the middle. No? Not for you?
First of all, you put 5 defenders in, so that's 12 players.
No, it isn't 12. It isn't 12. I played 3.
Stones.
I played 3 at the back, bro. I played 3 at the back with 2 wing backs.
Oh, so you did that deliberately? Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'd like? See, I'd change it. You know, I'd do to get round this right back issue. Let's go back to the treble way.
Yeah,
nice and simple. John Stones to right back.
Yeah, that was the other one I'd go
Pushing off Gavardio, Aït-Nouri. Aït-Nouri can be a flyer. Let him go. You've still got a solid 3 there. Rodri, Reinders, Foden. If you can fit Mamouche, right wing, you can do what you want with, and Haaland. The simple fact is, right now, the right back shouldn't. For me, the right back shouldn't be Núñez or Rico. Go back to what we did, and we did well. But that's
that's the 2 things that I've gone with. I've either gone with, and they're kind of similar because one of them is playing 3 literally saying it's 3 at the back, and then having Aït-Nouri and Núñez as wing backs, right?
Yep.
I just think ultimately, I do think Kuzanov is so key because it's the transitions. It just stops the transitions so much more.
That was my worry of cushion off at right back. It wasn't. He can't defend at right back. It's that asking him to bomb forward and put crosses in.
Yeah,
that's the bit I don't want
not the right back he'll ever be, is he? He's just a basic.
That's what I mean.
He's basically a right defender.
What I mean, yeah. This is why I was a bit upset with the Akanji sale. Because I actually think Akanji could have done a job at right back above Stones, above Nunez.
Yeah, he could have. Yeah, he could have. I agree with that.
I'm a bit. I get. We needed to get rid of
my whole thing with the Akanji at right back, though, is I still would say that if we were playing Akanji at right back, you would have to play Kuzanov in the middle. Because I don't think Akanji's that great in transitions either.
I don't know. You honestly, people worry too much about transitions because they've got so much PTSD.
Oh yeah,
you don't need to have players that are super fast if you can just dominate the ball for 80% of the game.
Yeah, I hear it, but we're not doing that.
Do that and put our chances away. When
have we really last dominated like that?
I love the way we're going. If we'd have took our chances, we'd have been 3-0 up. We'd have been
3-0. What do you worry about transitions? You just don't go.
This is the thing. I hear what you're saying, but at the moment, it's if we haven't done it for a while.
It'll come.
Do you know what the annoying thing is? Like I said, do you know what summed it all up to me is? Because you know what it's like. When you're at the game and you're behind the goal and it's at the other end, you don't see things as clear.
It's very one-dimensional, isn't it?
Yeah. I went back and I like to watch the game back on the TV, and I'm like, right. So it's Brighton's goal kick. So on a goal kick, because all I saw was, that still where everyone brings up the photo and they go, look how of a mess our back line was in, yeah. But you never see the context behind that, and you never see the phase one of the play.
Yeah.
Goal kick. What does most teams do from a goal kick? They either go to a right, they go to a left, or they stay in the middle. Because they tend to shift to where the goalie kicks.
Yeah.
The goalie tends to kick in a direction, doesn't it? And if you
know, they'll just continue across.
Yeah, they all sort of continue over into areas. We've done that. Diaz is in a perfect position because for him, that's a simple ball for John Stones. Nice, simple ball.
Thanks, Martin. Because I've criticised John Stones for that, saying people have moaned about that second goal. That comes because John Stones had a free header, and out of the 4 players in there, he headed it straight to the only player that done any damage.
Nice, simple. Clear it away, and we're off again.
Because smash out the stadium, it would have been better.
It becomes pinball football. I was waiting for the Benny Hill music.
Yeah, mate, it was mental. It was insane. Wasn't it?
The next minute, we're all out of, then we're all out of position. But because of the ricochet, makes us all out of position.
Yeah, I agree. That was. Do you know what? If we're being completely 100, Stones has not been good. First game, Stones was good. The last 2 games, Stones hasn't been great.
It was a simple ball from Stones.
Yeah,
that Stones killed us there.
Yeah.
People are blaming Diaz. I'm like, Diaz,
no, I know.
Jack
They're blaming Diaz because Stones has stepped out 10 yards to bring a ball down and fucked it up. Whereas Diaz is just like, well, I'm in my position.
Lewis has gone and covered the area on the right, and he's like, I'm here, ready.
That's it.
That's why. From what I saw, from a picture I got sent, Ruben Diaz was very deep compared to everyone else in the line.
That's what he does. If he weren't deep and he was in a high line and the ball was over the top and he's not going to pace, Ruben Diaz was in his natural position to step back and
okay, well, in that case, then that's on the coaching staff.
It's not. It's solely on John Stones having a free header and heading the ball.
No, but then afterwards, if you look at the line, right, the line that could have caught them offside, Diaz is so deep compared to everyone else. Then in that case, that's on the coaching staff.
It's not on the coaching side. It's about a senior player realising that actually.
No, but Nori and
Stones take a step back and took a couple of yards.
Hold on. No, because Nori and Stones were in line with one another. They were in line. Like you can see the line. Nori and Stones.
The line isn't always straight, mate. Sometimes.
Oh, come on, Bob.
No, honestly, Stones killed us there. Nothing of it. It's 100% Stones.
No, but I'm saying if Nori stepped up with him as well, why did Diaz step back? But that's why I'm saying the coaches. Hold on, let me. But if John Stones does that and Nori steps up with him and Ruben Diaz doesn't, that's on the coaching staff. Quite simply, they should be moving as a unit, bro.
The coaching staff don't. It's about managing a live gate. Right, let's.
Okay, so forget Diaz for a second. Why did Nori step up with John Stones?
you know why that is? Because probably I know he's an experience in playing the back line with Diaz.
Right, and that's where the coaching staff should be keeping the team as far as aligned with one another.
That's the confusion on the coaching staff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The coaching staff, yeah.
I've got Colo Touré, who someone laughed at, someone said it last night. It looks like he's doing the Yaya dance, the Colo dance on the side. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, you're not dancing, coach, mate. I've got Pep Linders screaming, and I've got, because the one thing someone said to him, Pep looked tired again. Pep looked absolutely booked again on Sunday. Right, if you're distressed 3 games in, if you're distressed 3 games in, well, forget your contract extension and go on a Caribbean beach and enjoy yourself, mate. Is what you need at this point.
That's what I got sent.
Right. Yeah, I've seen that. So
yeah.
Right. So on that, right. See where John Stones is at the bottom? He steps out there to win a header.
Yeah.
Now, if John Stones doesn't step out to win a header, he's behind that centre back. He's behind that other player, and he's level with Ruben Diaz. Ruben Diaz naturally would have dropped off, thinking that Stones is going to push into it. If Stones doesn't win the header, the flick on is then going to go behind him, and the player's
Diaz
is dropping back. It's not Diaz's fault. I know he's higher. The problem is Stones has stepped out to win a ball that he should. 9 times out of 10, Stones will either.
So you're saying everyone should have stepped backwards?
No. That's perfect. They've done what the right thing is there. Diaz has dropped back intentionally, just in case there's a flick on or Stones missed the ball. Stones has done the right thing stepping out. The only problem is there, Stones has fucked up with the ball and given it to the opposition. And then Stones is 5 yards further forward.
Fucked up giving the ball away. 100%.
I know he's
I agree with that.
they've got 3-on-1 basically, and that's we got punished for it. So the problem is,
one last question on it. Sorry, one last question on it. Does anyone know where Nunes is?
Well, but the thing is, Nunes is probably. He's probably where you're. Right. He's in the right position then. Nunes.
No, I'm joking.
He's doing an Allen. He's doing an Allen.
I'm just looking at it. I'm trying to look at the line, and I'm thinking, hold on a second.
Who sent you that?
It weren't Allen. Actually, he's right. It wasn't Nunes. By this point, it was Rico Lewis. Where the fuck's Rico?
Right. Who's the snitch in the chat? Who is it? Who's the snitch sending your messages in the chat?
No. This was from Twitter.
I use this to cook them.
It was Rico. It's Rico.
Going on. The Steeler is doing it on me. People are sending you videos of my show. Snitches get stitches. People behave. Stop it.
Hold on. Do you know what? I'm actually, just so that you lot can hear it, is because it is pretty entertaining. Let me just find this one I got sent last night.
Someone click LB on his Caldoon stuff. Like, what?
I asked him the question. Anyway, it was me. I asked him the question and he's getting done for it.
I love that of JMC. I think Gundo was at fault personally. He was sat on the bench.
Where was it? So it was last night. Here it is. I've got it right.
And Bernardo had been subbed off at that point. It's Bernardo's fault. He was on the bench.
Hold on, right. I'm gonna give me 1 second, people, or give me 2.
While you're doing that, you do realise Nunes had been subbed off for Rico Lewis by that point.
Yeah. I did just say that. I just said that.
Oh right, sorry.
While we wait for that, then on what LB said about Caldoon, he's right though. He's right, man. The mask is slipping a bit.
No one's gonna question him, though, are they?
No. But if you're a man of that influence and power, you have to mean what you say, and you have to say what you mean. You just do. And if you don't, you're a high powered. If you don't, then people have a right to question.
I don't like these interviews. I don't.
No, I don't either.
I love them for the intensity, but don't make promises.
It's good when things work and things are, and when things don't happen, which you promise in an interview saying we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and then this and that don't happen. It's like, man, you bullshitted us. What's next? Then it opens a bit for criticism.
Did you see that from Jack Gordon? People within the club are comparing this to 2017's window.
There you go. The cracks will come if you allow it. Then I won't be surprised if next year that Caldoon interview is very, very different.
You think?
It's going to be 1 episode rather than 2. It'll be like,
maybe.
I bet. To be fair, I bet he'll be fuming that they didn't get this other player over the line. He's looked like a knob because I imagine he thrives off the fact that his word is gold.
Yeah.
And he put his name out, and his name's to something there. Which
do you remember? Sorry, I didn't want to listen to the Not in My Lifetime podcast with Sam Lee and Matt Mooner. Really
No.
good. It's up to you, Pete. You know, because I'm one of these who pays for it. It's a big up now. I'm 9320 podcast. Sam Lee said something very intriguing because he said, because he got asked who was the guy you think who blocked Soriano. He said, well, everyone's saying Soriano, but why would it be Soriano when Soriano's looked at as the CFG guy? And he's you know, the money man. He's definitely the money guy, and he's always talking about money, and because he was one of the reasons the ticket prices were getting hiked.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
he said,
yeah.
why would Soriano turn down 70 million quid when he's on a player he's bought for 20 and knock down 50 million pound profit? And he went, and so he said, well, yeah, that actually does make no sense. He said, well, who do you think's blocked it? He went, he was only surmising what he said. He said he thinks it was Khaldoon, not Soriano, who blocked it.
Oh, okay. Right.
So I don't know. That's where Khaldoon's getting the smoke now. I don't know.
So before we play Martin, I also got sent this one. This is the type of stuff I get sent, by the way. This one's brilliant.
Because I like grabbing it and fucking throwing it in your face, you know, at the screen. And it's a sore subject. It's a sore subject. Yeah, it is. It is, man. Yeah.
But then this now.
You pay your money.
What this one is the speed that makes this one funny.
And we're in trouble.
Right,
He's shit.
So who's the bad signings then?
Well, Nunes for a bad signing.
No. This summer.
This summer, there's question marks on our left full back at the moment. To me, you can't defend.
You do know.
Cherky, he's not impressed. When he has come on, he's done a couple of back flicks, and that's been it. Well, I'm sorry, but you could do a couple of back flicks. And he's a luxury player, and that's all he is. Now he's injured. 8 weeks. What a fucking joke.
So you're judging Cherky on 50 minutes,
mate? With all due respect, mate, he's not done nothing for us yet. Nothing.
You know that because he played 50 minutes.
He's a shit player then. Versus shit then, right?
Yeah, Jesus,
Hey.
Alan, that's what I mean. Let's not do baby in the bathwater job here.
Well,
yes, we're not playing.
Okay. Fabio, shit. Doku, shit.
That wasn't what I said. I said this summer.
There's too many players in our team who are below average, and they are.
Alan, I said this summer. Who was bad? We made 5 signings this summer. Who are the bad ones?
I just told you.
Cherky, I can't describe because he's played 50 minutes. Jesus.
Why has he played 50 minutes?
Because he only played 3 games and he was injured for the one yesterday.
Fucking waste the fucking space.
On his day.
Oh, Alan, you can't blame him for getting injured.
Yo, is this a Donnarumma stuff?
To be fair,
What the hell is that?
for some of that, Martin didn't sound like he was sped up until his camera came on.
And then Alan speaks, and Alan was going at 100 miles an hour. Not fucking good enough. Savio, shit. Doku, shit. Cherky, shit. Inman, shit.
Do you know what got me? It's when I went, don't be baby in the backwater, Alan. Baby in the backwater.
Alan's had a meltdown there, hasn't he? What was it?
Nobody did. I said he's played 50 minutes and you fucking sold him.
Well, I actually did a breakdown. I did a breakdown of him with him this morning. I said, I heard what you said about Cherky being shit. I said, so let's look at the first game. I said, the first game, how was Trafford? He said, he was absolutely quality. I said, he wasn't absolutely quality. He was good, right? He goes, I said, and Cherky said, well, he only came on for 15 minutes. I said he came on for 15 minutes and scored a goal. So you got to say he was good, right? So he was good. Second game, I said Cherky was shit. I'm going to tell you Cherky was shit. How was Trafford? He goes, yeah. I'm like, right, okay, Alan. And then he goes, but now, he's injured. I go, come on, Alan, you can't criticise a player for being injured, for fuck's sake. But no, we love Alan. We do love Alan. I do think there is some. I think sometimes Alan just goes off on tangents a bit like me, right? That he is right that if we look at the wingers, Savio, Doku, Bob.
No, hang on. Listen, with Alan, it is simple. Alan is very old. He's more old school than me. More old school than Daps.
I don't know what you mean.
In terms of not just football.
You don't need to explain it. I'm joking.
Yeah, he's old school in terms of everything. I won't go.
He's institutionalised in misery from the
Alan
70s and 80s.
No, Alan literally wants 11 Mancunians, 11 City Academy players, 11 English people.
Yeah.
That's what he wants.
I'm aware. I'm very aware.
And it's not a thing. It's a very old school mentality.
Yeah. Yeah, he wishes we were still playing at main mode, and you
know these people who used to go, I want the England team in my 11. Remember Ferguson used to do it. He wanted to try and get the majority of the England team into the United 11.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Well, hour 17 minutes. We'll wrap it up here. I think the international break, so there will be plenty more of absolute chatting nonsense. But yeah, for me, so I think we're going with. I'm giving it. Do you know what? I'm going to give it a 6.
I gave it a 7. I'm at a 7.
I'm like 6.57, and I think Poppy, you're probably the same. Or did you actually drop?
I said 7 and dropped down to 6 because we didn't get anybody.
So Poppy's actually being the harshest of all of us. Yeah. So we
did get Donnarumma, by the way. We have got, for all the people who want a mega signing, you've got one of the world's best goalkeepers that will come in the door, by the way.
And do you know what? I do think he's going to come in the door with a bit between his teeth as well, which isn't great for Trafford. But I think the whole thing of him, him leaving PSG, when it gets to that Champions League, he's going to be playing with a bit between his teeth because he's got something to prove there. He's got, right now, if we're being honest, Donnarumma has got as much to prove at City as Trafford has got to prove.
Can I ask you to a very honest question? Just what, yes or no? I know you won't win. Donnarumma in the derby, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So we're all in agreement.
Yeah, we are. Look, bro, you can't deny, he is. I think I saw something earlier on his stats for his save ratio over the last however many years. Bro, the guy is a damn good shot stopper. Anyone that says otherwise,
he's not as bad with his feet. I was one of them. I thought he was bad. I went away and researched it, and I went, no, he's not as bad as people.
Look, he's not Ederson with his feet. Of course, he's not Ederson with his feet, right? But Alisson's not Ederson with his feet, right? Let's be real. Alisson, who's good with his feet, is not Ederson with his feet. But there's no way, and people straight away say, but Daps, Vitina was taking their goal kicks or whatever, right? You can't be part of that PSG team and be that bad with your feet, right? You can't. You really can't. He's an elite shot stopper, and at the moment, until we get our feet and start working through the gears, I think having him in goal is probably going to be a good thing.
There wasn't. I was just going to quickly say there wasn't. Since there's not been one goalkeeper I've trusted with a one-on-one since we had Joe Hart. Every time the ball went through with Joe Hart, I'm thinking he's saving this. He'll save.
You just reminded me. Sorry, can I just big up Joe Hart? Because has anyone seen them comments?
No.
Go look at Joe Hart's comments about Donnarumma. That's an ambassador, not Micah Richards.
Yeah, he should be. Joe Hart really is becoming.
Joe Hart speaks properly about the club.
Yeah.
He will sit there and bow to a camera because he wants money or a free haircut. Bollocks to that.
Yeah, he definitely don't need haircuts, that lad. And there was a post today by City Extra actually about Donnarumma. It says here, during Italy training on Monday, Donnarumma played a 30-yard pass to Andrea Cambiasso. They say the new Man City goalkeeper looked like Andrea Pirlo and impressed with his ability on the ball during the session. That's from an Italian journalist. So,
I do think.
I mean, if that's what he's capable of, look. I think we just have to accept we're in for a new era now of goalkeeping at the club.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
One thing's for certain, he will make some big saves. And
he will. He will.
Everyone complained about Ederson, wasn't able to make saves. So now you're exchanging ball playing ability for a guy that will literally pluck balls out of the top corner. So there you go.
Yeah, I agree. I think he'll be a lot. I tell you what, Trafford's better than Ederson, but still. To have someone on set pieces and corners that can come out and demand the way Donnarumma.
He's 6'6", Donnarumma.
Yeah, he's massive.
Trafford's 6'5", Donnarumma's 6'6". There's a picture going around social media of Donnarumma in a penalty shootout. His head's nearly touching the crossbar.
Yeah.
And by the way, Ederson, I'm going to mention this, Ederson on Sunday, not a smile, not a wave, not a clap, nah. Stone face guy.
But do you know what? With Ederson, though, I just feel like he don't know how to. I don't think the guy.
I think it's what you said this morning. I think the attacks have just got to him and he's gone.
I'll be honest. I always remember Steve telling me about how at the treble celebrations, Ederson got hold of him and was like telling him how much he loves City, and then was like, "I know. Look what we're gonna do."
He deleted a lot of City stuff, you know.
Pulled his phone out and FaceTime Neymar and started fucking shouting down the phone at Neymar. He seems all over the gaff, Eddie. But so I think he probably doesn't really know how to handle it. It probably for him, it's probably as sad for him as it is for some of us that he's leaving and he's leaving not on the best of terms. So he didn't know how to act.
Could you imagine turning up for work when you know full well that you hate the place, you hate everyone you work with, you're not happy, and then being asked to do a performing job like that and be on your best? It's just like, you know, he was already gone.
Yeah,
an empty shirt, wasn't he? So, but I will say, just before you end, mate,
Ederson, is that mad? Sorry, someone just said Eddie blocked MCFC lads. That's
but
right.
I mean, people
but
aggregated spam players and tagged them, so it's probably just a case of that.
Yeah, maybe because MCFC lads has done nothing but give Ederson mad props.
Could you imagine if you're a high pro football and you allow those things? He's checking. He's just probably sick of it.
Yeah,
no one's living about. He's probably sick of it. That's all.
Yeah, that's a bit.
Ederson is one of the most fundamental signings his club has ever made. He changed the way goalkeeping was done.
Yeah.
We'll never have another goalkeeper like it. We'll never see another goalkeeper like it in the Premier League. He has changed goalkeeping, and he is literally of the players that'll never get a statue. He's probably the one that now.
But I think all three deserve a thank you. Let's get this straight. Kevin
didn't leave on bad terms. So say it. Sorry,
no,
Kevin didn't leave on bad terms, bro. Kevin did not leave on bad terms at all.
Again, Walker left more with the fans, which is hence he came out with that comment. Remember the comment he said? He said he was getting abuse. To a point where he'd had enough.
And it's sad. But listen, right, people, we're going to wrap it up here. We'll be live later on Never a Foul, around about 9 o'clock, I believe. Make sure you go and check out Match Bingo. Use promo code CITY for 200% on your deposits. I'm going to talk you through that over the next couple of days. I'm going to get involved and we can pick some ourselves. And of course, check out Best Football Shirts, £15 for any football shirt. There's literally hundreds on there. Go and become Homer Simpson like me. I will have another one on tomorrow morning. Martin, you got anything coming up on Mancunian Way?
Not tonight. Tomorrow we are doing Blues Down Under.
Right.
At 10:30 with Alan, Pat, Rich and Governor. And then 11 p.m. we are going stateside / Canada for a little bit of stateside blues.
It's a City on tour.
City on tour.
Do you want to know what I've got coming up, Daps?
Yeah, go on. A holiday.
Sleep.
A holiday's coming, but a spa day on Friday for a wedding. They're having a wedding. I'm going to the spa all day and then going to the night day. But most importantly, as soon as this stream ends, slow cooked chicken and rice in sweet and sour sauce.
Oh, belter. I don't know what I'm going to have for dinner yet.
Absolutely stinks down here. I can smell
it. By the way,
just
quick one. Anyone, if you can, show Daps a lot of support in his journey that he's on.
Yeah.
Big him up seriously because this is a big thing that he's doing for anyone. So please support him. Don't encourage him. Help him.
Did you see Alan this morning?
Yeah, and I will be honest with you. I nearly sent him a WhatsApp.
Mate.
No, I did. It annoyed me that, but
God bless Alan.
No, I know.
I love him, man. But yeah, I was at the time. Anyway, listen, and finally, make sure you support Martin as well, because he's no longer going to have ketchup on his pies. Have you ever heard of anyone having a faulty pie with fucking ketchup?